Well, let us start the Tai Chi moves. Let us start with the stance. The feet should be approximately shoulder width apart. If you're able to point the toes forward, that's great, but whatever you're comfortable with. Nice soft knees and shoulders just relaxed. The first move is called the commencement. As you can see, you move the arms slowly up, no higher than shoulder height. And as you bring those arms down, palms come facing out, knees bend, as arms and legs moving in synchronization. And we'll do one more. Then as the arms come down this time, the second move, we're going to, it's really a continuation. As the arms come up, we're going to open up the heart space. Again, only stretching as far as you feel comfortable, bringing those arms back roughly to shoulder width, and then coming down again. Just coming up, opening up the heart space, bringing those arms to shoulder width, and coming down. Gentle flowing movement. Let the breathing just follow the movement. And this time now, as the arms come up, we're going to go into dancing with rainbows. We'll stretch one arm out to the side and the other hand above our head. The weight bearing on the leg, that the hand is above the head, if that makes sense. As you slowly move from side to side, visualize that rainbow at the top as you transfer the weight from one side to the other. Dancing with rainbows. Visualization plays a large part in this move, as does the transfer of weight. Slowly bringing our arms across for the last time. Arms then come down to the center line. Cross on the center line. Then come up to part the clouds, which is what the move is called. Slowly coming down, the legs bend. And again meeting in the center line. Imagine you have a thread of silk. Don't break that thread of silk, so the moves have to be gentle and slow. Gentle, slowly up, follow the center line, part the clouds and come down. And this next move starts from the moment the hands meet at the bottom. One arm extends to the front, while the other one does a sort of crawl stroke round the back. And then they come back and meet just in front of the heart space, and they swap places. Now this really is like patting your head and rubbing your tummy, because one arm is going to one side, the other arm is doing totally different thing, a totally different speed. It's probably one of the more challenging moves we do. But again, just do what you feel comfortable with. So as that arm extends slowly, the arms coming round from the rear. Then when it gets to about shoulder, the front arm starts coming back to meet it in front of the heart space. And they swap places. The front arm slowly extends. And literally as soon as it extends, it starts coming back to meet that hand just in front of the body, just in front of the heart space. Gentle flowing movement. And as they cross for that last time, they come up and then move round and into a row. And again, remember that thread of silk. Really slow movement. As the arms come down, those knees gently bend. Again, arms and legs moving in synchronization. And I'm sure I don't need to tell you, but I will anyway. Only do as far as you feel comfortable. Next, we bring extending the arm to the side from the hip as if we're holding a ball, which is what the move is called. Turning the hand over, slowly bring it back as if we're going to put it into our pocket. And again that arm comes out, turns the ball over, slowly brings it back. And hold the ball, turn it over and bring it back, twisting from the waist. Just gentle move. I always like to focus on the chi at this moment after that last move. A, it's good to focus, but B, it also puts your hands in the right position for the next move, which is called a push across the body. But what we're doing with this one was pushing across, trying to keep my hand in my center line by turning from the waist, to turn my center line the way I'm pushing. By pushing a big heavy door open, turning from the waist, pushing the hands. The arm doesn't need to be straight, there can still be a slight bend in the elbow as you move from side to side, twisting and pushing the hands out. Again, nice relaxing move. All Tai Chi moves are relaxing, and it's important you just follow that gentle flow. Waving the hands like clouds. So one arm goes to approximately throat height and the other one just below the belly button. Important thing to remember with this one is whichever way that top elbow's facing, that's the way you're going. So every time you change direction, you swap over the arms so the top elbow is facing the way that you're going. So nice, remember it's called waving hands like clouds. So imagine those clouds floating past. Cloudless serenity. Following the top elbow. And we'll do one more. Gentle movement as you come across. And then we're going straight then into gazing at the moon. This is another one of those weight-bearing exercises which the opposite leg to the way you're gazing, the weight is on the opposite leg. Lift the top arm only as far as you feel comfortable and the other arm no higher than armpit level. As you swing around, gaze at the moon one side, feel the transfer of the weight from one side to the other as you come across. Lovely, slow. Gaze at the moon. If you're able to look slightly more behind you, then that's really great. It'll help the flexibility of the spine. But again, it's whatever you're comfortable with. There we go. So the next set of moves, you'll need to put one leg in front of the other. It doesn't need to be very far. The important thing is try and keep that gap between your feet. Otherwise you'll be on a tightrope. So as the arms come down this time, we're going to scoop the seat, which is what the move is called. And as the arms come up, we're going to stare at the stars. As we're coming down, the weight goes on the front leg. And as we come up, the weight goes on the back leg. Stare at the stars. On the third one then, when you come to about chest height, you go into pushing the wave. And again, rocking on the feet if you feel comfortable. You push the wave and come back in the shape of a wave. And if you feel comfortable, when you're on the front foot, you can lift the back heel. And when you're on the back foot, you can lift the front toes. And on the final move, the arms come down to the side. And you can open those wings like an eagle. Again, rocking on the feet if you feel like it. Imagine that eagle opening those wings. The freedom of doing so. Feeling that lovely stretch as you open those wings. As we come down, we're going to exchange legs. Bring the other foot forward. And we're going to repeat. So remembering as you come down on the front leg, you scoop the seat. As the arms come up, the weight goes on the back leg as you stare at the stars.